Hey everyone, RogueGold here, and today I want to talk about bans in the Division 2, because that's right, we have a ban wave coming our way. I know I'm a bit late to this, many of you probably already know that this is going to happen. This was all stuff that went down yesterday, but it was all coming out right as I was headed out the door, so I didn't really get a chance to cover it, but I still wanted to because it is definitely very important, and I want to let anybody who isn't in the loop know what's going on. I will say, though, if you aren't already, be sure to go and follow me over on Twitter. The link is in the description below because I retweeted this as soon as it went live yesterday and was having some great discourse about it over there. So if you want those constant updates for those times when I can't make videos immediately, be sure to follow me there. But before we get into any more specifics, let's just read over the tweet that the dev team put out yesterday. You can see it up on screen right now. It said, "A message from the Division 2 team. Dear agents, we have seen players circumvent game mechanics and systems in order to gain an excessive amount of XP in a short amount of time. This is resulting in high latency on our servers and thereby making the game unstable and unenjoyable. We are monitoring this behavior, and players that make use of these exploits will receive a temporary ban 14 days from the game on first offense. Repeat offenders will be banned permanently." The Division 2 team. So yeah, pretty wild. They don't mention any specifics here of what XP exploits are resulting in these bans, and I think that's pretty intentional. I mean, especially because they are heading down the road of bans. I don't think they want to bring any more attention to it than there needs to be. But without a question, I think this is in reference to the Lao XP farm. If you don't know what that is, then you're probably in the clear and don't need to worry about these bans. That was something that you never saw me showing here on the channel because I knew pretty much as soon as I heard about it that that was going to be exploitative because of kind of the mechanisms that are required to trigger it. Now, I have been getting questions from some people asking if the XP method that I do show off regularly, which is resource convoys, if those were perhaps in risk of resulting in these bans as well. And I just want to confirm to you all that that is not the case. If you look up on screen, I'll put the picture up where Morton Reiber confirmed yesterday. Someone asked, "Hope we're not talking about resource convoys here," and he said, "No, it is absolutely safe to just play and play those a lot. What these players do is very different." So that's certainly good to hear, but again, not a surprise from myself. I was quite clear that those were not exploitative because they've been in the game for several years, and it's not my intention to ever put anything that's in the exploit realm here on the channel. But yeah, as it says in that original tweet there, the Lao XP farm and whatever else they may be referencing is the cause of the lag that people have been experiencing these past several weeks. And if you look at what Daria said a few weeks ago, she confirmed that it's not just the Lao farm that is causing this lag, but apparently there are other methods too. I don't really know what there is beyond that, but I assume that that is what this tweet is referring to. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff all around. Very reminiscent of back in 2020 when they did another ban wave for the damage glitch that was going around at that time. As for my thoughts on this, I don't want to get into it too much, but I mean, the facts of the matter are, this is an intentional exploit. This isn't something you just stumble across and you accidentally end up doing this XP farm. You have to very intentionally trigger it, right? It is definitely a breach of the code of conduct. They say in their, thing that you agree to when you start playing the game that you can't do things like this, otherwise it could be punishable. And I think by now, the vast majority of people who were doing this XP farm were aware that it was negatively affecting the game in terms of making it lag for everybody else. So those are all, not great. And usually I can somewhat sympathize with the it's in the game, therefore it's not the player's fault mentality, right? Going back to like my World of Warcraft days, I used to do those like out of map glitches, and those were always super fun. And I was like, if I got banned for this, that would be that would suck, right? Because it's just some fun I'm trying to have with something that is in the game. But again, in this case, it's something that's very intentional, and it is something that I think the majority of people doing it know is negative for the game in terms of the servers and the lag. And you're doing something that is in violation of the code of conduct while making it worse for everybody else. So I think a ban is certainly justified from Massive and Ubisoft's perspective, but I am still extremely surprised that they're doing it, honestly, because I still see resentment over the ban that they did, 3 years ago now, with that damage glitch that I was referencing. People did not like that. And honestly, with the current state of things, I just don't know how much faith I have that they will get this ban wave correct, that they'll get it right. To my knowledge, there's still people waiting on their compensation cash, and we're all still waiting for that Dr. Home grant because they said on the Season 11 reveal stream that they wanted to get the cash sorted out first and fix their grant system before they do the Dr. Home. And if you weren't around back during the damage glitch, back then there were people who got banned who, verifiably did not do the glitch, and there were also people who did do the glitch that did not get banned. And I just have a feeling that that's even more prone to happen now, right? I got tons of XP in the same time window as when the Lao XP farm started getting popular when Season 11 dropped because I was spamming resource convoys, right? But am I going to get accidentally flagged by whatever system they're using to determine who used the glitch because I just got a lot of XP? I don't know. I would hope not. I don't want to get banned for 2 weeks when I didn't do the farm. So ultimately, I can't blame them for doing this. They obviously take this very seriously, and they want to send the message that they do, right? If they just patched this up and didn't deal out any sort of punishment, then all the people who were causing lag for the entire community would just, get away thinking that the devs don't really care about that stuff. So I definitely appreciate that they are showing their commitment and passion towards this issue. But I really just hope that this doesn't turn into being another thing that goes wrong, causes more delays and time for them to try and fix it, because we're getting so close to year 5, and I just want to move on to the actual new stuff that we have coming our way instead of being stuck trying to fix these things that they were trying to do months ago, right? So we'll see what happens, but for now, that is the latest info. Let me know your thoughts on this whole ban wave situation. More than usual, I would stress to please be civil down in the comments below. Certainly let me know your thoughts, whatever your perspective is on this matter, but there's no need to go and personally attack different people or points of view. Just keep it civil and let's have a good discussion. If there's anything further to, let you guys know about with this situation in the coming days or weeks, I certainly will. But for now, that's all I have for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. RogueGold.